So excited about the opportunity to lead this program in LSU basketball back to the top of the SEC and back to regular, consistent NCAA tournament appearances. With our active not talking. LSU basketball can be successful and will be successful. You've been under a lot. We're not scared of anybody. Point blank, period.
Welcome back, Will. Thank you guys for being here. It looks, by the group assembled here today, looks like LSU men's basketball is back. Thank you for being here. So, before we get started, kind of the format for today, LSU Vice President and Director of Athletics Verge Alsbury will come up. He'll make a few remarks at the podium. Then he'll bring up LSU President Dr. Roos. He'll make his remarks, and then Dr. Roos will introduce our new basketball coach, Will Wade. So media members, for those of you that have questions, we'll have a Q&A session once Coach Wade's done. Raise your hand, we'll get a microphone to you, and although he probably is familiar with many of you guys, if you can introduce yourself and then ask a question. So at this point, I'd like to bring up Verge Alsbury.
What a great day to be a Tiger. Good morning, and thank you all for joining us on this historic arena for yet another remarkable day in the history of LSU. Thank you to Chairman Lee Mallett, the Board of Supervisors, and others for taking the time out of your day today. Your continued support of LSU athletics matters in so many ways, both big and small. I want to especially thank President Roos for your support in helping LSU bring Will Wade and his wife Lauren and daughter Carolyn back to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. President Roos has been an incredible partner since I've been in this role, and we have been lockstep in every major decision. It makes the AD's job that much easier when there is alignment and support from the campus. I do want to acknowledge Matt McMahon for his years at LSU. Matt was always a great ambassador for our department and a role model for our student athletes. We thank Matt, and we wish him and his family the very best. There was only one coach we targeted, one coach who we spoke with, one coach who made sense at LSU, and we got him. I was fortunate. Yes, sir, you're correct. I was fortunate to be at LSU when Will first arrived, and I witnessed firsthand what he meant to LSU basketball and to our community. Yes, we won a lot, but it went so far beyond the victories. We helped galvanize the LSU community around men's basketball, and that had not happened for quite some time. He helped bring in new fans, new donors, and new attention to LSU. At LSU, we just believe in winning. We believe in building an entire culture of winning. We believe that success feeds off success. On this special campus, we think momentum builds with wins. Our coaches feel it, our athletes feel it, and our fans feel it. Winning is a powerful medicine. We have Kim Mulkey, we have Lane Kiffin, we have Jay Johnson. We have programs that are getting stronger all the time. And now we are bringing Will Wade home. What's that saying? Strong hearts can't lose. That's what we have here across every building on campus, President Roos. I have no doubt that Coach Wade will once again have success in Baton Rouge. In this new era of college sports, he understands the ever-changing dynamics of talent recruitment and retainment, of player development, and the game of basketball. It takes a big personality to coach in the SEC, and especially under the spotlight at LSU. We want coaches who embrace the expectations and want them. Will is here for the challenge. It is now my honor and pleasure to introduce my partner and LSU's leader, President Roos.
I want to start by dancing, but I'm going to save that because they tell me the media is here, so I'm not going to start off by dancing. But what an incredible day. What an incredible day to be a member of this LSU family. Thank you all for being here. We've got students here, faculty here, staff here, alumni here, fans, supporters, and everyone who loves this great university. Again, we thank you. Today is about energy. It's about belief. It is about what LSU can be when we align our ambition with the extraordinary strength of this amazing institution. Before I go any further, I want to thank our Board of Supervisors for their commitment to elevating every part of the LSU system, including our athletics programs. I want to thank our Chancellor of the flagship campus, Dr. Jim Dalton. He is in the trenches with me every day, working day and night, brainstorming as we navigate a new course for LSU. I want to thank our athletic director and vice president of athletics, Verge Osbury, for his partnership and his steady hand throughout this process and every day as we work to rebuild and reorganize our athletic department in a way that will drive our incredible global brand to entirely new heights. I want to offer a special thank you to Board of Supervisor Chairman Lee Mallett for his support for LSU, our team, and for allowing this special moment to happen today. Thank you, my friend. Let me also welcome Heath Schreier. Heath and I worked side by side with one another at McNeese. He helped build momentum, raise expectation, and strengthen an athletics department that ultimately helped to resurrect an entire regional university. Heath, I can tell you the scale here is much larger. The lights are a little brighter, but that means the rewards are even that much greater. Thank you, and we're grateful that you joined this team. And now, to Coach Will Wade. I had the opportunity to really get to know Will and his family during the time we spent together at McNeese. His loyalty. I told myself I wasn't going to get emotional, Coach, so I'm going to hold it together. His loyalty, complete buy-in to the vision of strategically using athletics to rebuild a hurricane-damaged university was inspirational. His competitiveness, his intensity, and his absolute refusal to think small was instrumental in any success we had and achieved at McNeese. He believes in building programs that expect to win. He believes in developing young men to become productive citizens of society. He understands organizational structure and chain of command. He believes that culture matters every single day. And when people talk about the alignment in college athletics, I have seen firsthand what that looks like when Will Wade is a part of it. The record speaks for itself. In his first go-around here at LSU, Coach Wade won 105 games. captured SEC regular season championship, took the Tigers to multiple NCAA tournaments. Then at McNeese, he turned that program into an immediate winner. Back-to-back Southland regular season and tournament championships, 2 straight NCAA tournament appearances, and he was named Southland Conference Coach of the Year in both of those years. To say it mildly, Coach Wade has built teams that win at every level. But today is not just about celebrating the past. It is about embracing the future. We have been restructuring this amazing university to position ourselves so that our objectives are very clear. We are going to change the way we educate Louisiana. You may have heard me say we aim to be both elite and accessible. Those two things are not mutually exclusive, and we are putting the structure in place to accomplish both of those objectives. Make no mistake about it, our athletic department drives the brand recognition that illuminates the remarkable research and educational opportunities present throughout the entire LSU system. The ignition point for the entire process is athletics. It drives the brand. At LSU, we do not gather to celebrate mediocrity. We do not aim to simply be competitive. We aim to be elite. We want to win in this league. We want to hang banners in this building. We want to compete in March at its highest level. And yes, at LSU, we want to win national championships. That family is the standard, that is the expectation, and that is why we are here today. Coach, welcome home. Welcome back to Baton Rouge. Welcome back to the PMAC. Welcome back to the flagship university of the great state of Louisiana. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium my friend, your coach, our general, Coach Will Wade.
Appreciate the warm welcome. I was joking with Kent this morning. They gave me the jersey with 26. I seen if I could get one that said 22/26, because I was 22, 2 interim coaches, full-time head coach, and 26. So I didn't know if they were going to put that on the jersey, but we'll just take 26. Take 26 for now. So hey, look, very excited to be here. Great to see so many familiar faces. Great to have our students here, a lot of our alums, family, friends, supporters. Look, this is deeply personal for me to be back here and to celebrate with all you guys here today. I can't even express in words what Dr. Roos and just the administration, everybody has meant to me, and I couldn't be more thrilled to be back with my wife and my daughter. My daughter's a little taller now. They've been the foundation through the highs and lows, Caroline and Lauren, that we've been through. They keep me smiling, keep me grounded, remind me of what matters in life. And so these two have sacrificed a lot for us to be here today. They sacrificed a ton. So I love you guys, and thank you guys so much for being here. There's too many people to thank for making this happen. There's just a ton of folks involved to make this happen. I want to first off thank our governor, Jeff Landry. I want to thank our wonderful LSU board, many of who are here today, and our great chairman, Lee Mallett. I want to thank Dr. Roos, who I've worked with before. We're going to work well together again, get that alignment. We've got Heath Schroyer here, same chain of command as Doc likes to say, and certainly our wonderful athletic administration and everybody involved in the athletic administration. Their belief in me and the belief in me that this is the right time to come home will never be forgotten. And make no mistake, this is home. I wasn't born in Louisiana, but Louisiana's home for me, and me and my family. And so, you know, we're coming back to make history. We're going to make history one way or the other. We're coming back, like Dr. Roos said, to try to hang a banner, win a national championship, or I'm going to be the first coach fired from the same school twice. But one way or another, we're going to make history. And it's going to be a fun ride one way or the other. Ain't no doubt about that. But we're very, very excited to be back. And look, these last 4 years, you're not getting the same coach you had 4 years ago. These last 4 years have humbled and changed me. You're getting a better coach, a better leader this time around. Now, I got the same urgency, I got the same fight, same feisty guy that you always know, but we're going to be better. And I want everybody to know with LSU basketball, like, our time is now with LSU basketball. I didn't come here to reflect and talk about the past and any of that stuff. I came here to win, and we're going to win immediately. LSU and Louisiana deserves a winner, and that's what we're going to deliver, and we're going to deliver that in short order. In short order. Listen, everybody has this notion like LSU basketball is not meant to be average, mediocre, or pretty good. You can throw that stuff out. That's not who we are. That's not who we are. This program's meant to be great. This program's meant to compete at the highest levels of college basketball, night in and night out. And as we say down here, it just means more. And that highly competitive winning program, I know what that program looks like. I've seen it, I lived it, and I know how to build it the right way. We're going to be rooted in aggression, we're going to be rooted in toughness, we're going to be rooted in discipline. And we're going to recruit competitors that want to play that way. We're going to recruit competitors that understand what it means to put those 3 letters across your chest every day. You won't find anybody that's more proud to wear that LSU in state of Louisiana than this guy right here. And we're going to find 15 players that are willing to lay it on the line for us every night. You know, our first time here, we had some top 10 offenses, we had some top 10 defense, well, one top 10 defense, we're more offensive oriented, but we were a little bit all over the place. But now I know the formula, and we're gonna come back, we're gonna have a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense at the same time, which will allow us to compete at the level that we wanna compete at. Defensively, we're going to be disruptive. We're going to play aggressive defensively and be disruptive. Offensively, we're going to be relentless, attacking the paint, attacking the rim. Then we're going to have the details and discipline with our special teams, all right? We're going to build a winning program, and we're going to build this thing quick. This is not something that's going to take long. We're going to get in that portal when it opens next Monday, and we're going to put together a winner, because everybody in here deserves a winner. To all our students, to all our fans, I remember this building when it was rocking. That Tennessee game, the year we won the SEC, I don't know if I've ever heard anything so loud in my life. The energy and the pride and how hard it is to play here when LSU basketball is unmatched anywhere in the country. And we're going to give you a team that you can be proud of and that we can pack the PMAC every night. We're going to be a team that plays extremely hard, that competes on every possession. All right, our team's going to represent Louisiana the way it should be represented, with toughness, grit, and a lot of swagger, because that's what we have down here. All right, we don't do anything halfway in this state. We don't do anything halfway in this state. We're going to go all in, and we're going to get this basketball program right where it needs to be. And look, we've taken some, I know people have been talking about us a little bit. I understand I'm not for everybody. And we understand also that LSU isn't for everybody. But one thing we both understand is I'm for LSU and LSU's for me. And make no mistake about that. And this isn't about me. I'm just the caretaker of the program. This is about LSU and building something special and something that lasts, that's a sense of pride for our school, our state, our fans, and all of our people. And so we have a lot of work to do, but I promise you we're going to get this program back to the NCAA tournament and back to the top of the SEC in short order. And I'm honored to be your coach and represent this state and this great school. It's the honor of a lifetime to be back. You never get second chances in life, but we get one here, and we're going to make this better than the first time. So with that, I appreciate everybody. It's great to be home. And for the first time of many times, boot up! LSU, LSU. All right, now we got questions? All right, here we go.
Yeah, Will, over here to your left.
What's up, Cobble?
Michael Cobble, WBRZ TV. Good to see you back. Just, did you ever think this was possible? And then, what did you learn from that first go-around that you want to employ here the second time around?
Did I think this was possible? I mean, I guess you never count anything out in life, but when we left here, we never thought we'd be back. No, I wouldn't say I thought it was possible. I mean, look, Kent would probably know it's probably the first time in college basketball this has ever happened. But hey, we like to do a lot of firsts down here, so it's appropriate. But look, I learned the first time, I have a familiarity with the SEC. The first year it took some getting used to. The SEC's gotten even better. We've done some studies on it the last couple of days to make sure that we're prepared and understand what we need to compete. But, part of it when you're at a school like LSU, you're in Louisiana, a lot of it's getting to know the people, getting to know the overall structure, and that's where we're just way ahead. It took us probably 18 months to learn everything the first time, and now we're just we're hitting the ground running. Here's the keys to the Ferrari, drive it fast. And so we're going straight down the road, and we won't have the learning curve that we had that first time.
Jim Gazzolo, American Press. How you doing, Coach?
Good to see you, Jim.
It's good to see you. Question for you is, us standing here now today, how much is that based on the fact that you have trust in the 2 years you were with Dr. Roos and Heath?
A lot of it. Look, we had incredible alignment. The way I look at this is what we had at McNeese, we did it on a regional scale. We can take that same formula with more resources and more support, just because of the financial aspect of it all, and we can take that formula that made McNeese a regional power and won a first-round NCAA tournament game, and we can take that and move that to LSU, and we can make us a national force. And I have deep belief in that, and that's the reason I'm here. We didn't come here, like I said, this isn't about nostalgia. This is a great fit. This is the best university for me to coach at. I believe I'm the best coach for this university in men's basketball, and we're going to go test that theory, and we're going to prove ourselves right.
Jacques Doucet, WFB TV here in Baton Rouge. Coach, good to see you. Some fans have questioned LSU's commitment to men's basketball over the years. How much do they care about it? Where do you feel LSU's commitment is to this program, getting you a roster, this talk of a new facility, so forth?
I wouldn't be standing here if we weren't committed. Like I said, we came back to win, and we've got tremendous administration, we've got tremendous people, and we're going to win, and we've got the resources that we need to compete in the SEC. And at the end of the day, that's all we can ask. Then it's on me to get the job done. It's on me to make it happen. But I'm very comfortable after our conversations with everybody that we've got the resources that we're going to need to compete in the SEC, and I'm excited to make it happen.
Hey, Will.
Hey, bud.
Thank you for that. We'll use that on the radio today. No, of course I know you didn't forget. Matt Moscona, ESPN Baton Rouge. Since you're talking resources, did you have a conversation with anyone within the administration about roster budget, what you would need, and what do you think it takes to be able to succeed and win championships, roster budget-wise?
Look, we've had some conversations. I'm not going to share that, but I mean, this is LSU, and Heath, Verge, Heath, everybody, Dr. Roos, everybody. You know, look, Coach, you build go build a roster that'll help us compete. We've never put a number on it. We've put a roster that's going to help us win and help us compete, and whatever that number is. I mean, look, the first year it is going to be a little bit higher. The portals, I mean, we're going to have to go get a bunch of new players, and the new players and the good players cost. They ain't cheap. And so, look, the first year it will be high, but once you get them in and you can retain them and you get them, retaining guys is a lot easier than going to get them. So the first year, yeah, there may be some sticker shock, but we've got a good plan, and there hasn't been a number put to it. It's not like this is what you're going to spend. It's spend till you feel like you have a good enough team to compete in the SEC. And at the end of the day, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to put together the roster that everybody in this arena and everybody who's watching, and every person across this state will be very, very excited about, and that can compete, in the top part of the SEC.
Ron Higgins, Shreveport Bossier Journal. Will, you've won everywhere you've been. You've had a winning record every year. This is the only place where it didn't end the way you wanted to. Over the years, have you thought
There'll be some arguments on that right now, Ron.
Yeah. Have you thought about over the years, maybe in the back of your mind, I'd love to just go back there and, finish what I started, get it right. I mean, and I know you live in the present all the time with your jobs, but did you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, look, you don't like to leave something. I thought we were just getting rolling. And, we had, look, the last couple of years here, we had some restrictions on us, which made it a little bit tougher, but we were still winning. We were still winning. I'm not saying, we rightfully had restrictions on us. I'm not saying we didn't. But it made it tough to win, but we were still winning at a pretty good clip, and we were probably functioning at 60% of our program. Of how we need to function. So there's always part of it. We had a great recruiting class. We had a kid who was drafted and a one and done, signed with us. You always wonder, what might have been, what could have been, and could we have kept it, could we have really kicked it back up and kept it going? But I look at it like this, I think we got a fresh start now. We've got a new start, and I think that we've got everything in place to win that maybe wouldn't have been in place had I stayed. And so I was fortunate. 2 of the best years of my life were at McNeese, to make the impact on the community. And we've got a lot of folks from Southwest Louisiana. We got our entire delegation from Southwest Louisiana here today, our state senators and state reps and everybody. And so I wouldn't have been able to make that impact. And I think that being able to do that has helped me grow and helped me be better. And I'm excited to be back and finish what we started. I do feel like there's some unfinished business here. I feel like that we were just on the cusp of really breaking through, and now we're going to start at a quicker point. It's not going to take us 5 years to get to that point now. All right, we're going to start at a much earlier point, and I feel like that it'll be a fun ride. Always is. We don't lack for action.
Hey, Will, Glenn West, 24/7 Sports. Just, you mentioned you spent the last several days just kind of reteaching yourself or relearning about how you want to win in this conference. And I'm just curious if there's maybe a couple big bullet points, a couple must-haves for you guys to be able to consistently win in this conference going forward. Well,
the first thing you got to have is you got to have good players. Look, it's the horse, it's not the jockey, right? So you got to have the right players. We got to get really good athletes. We understand, when we're looking at transfer kids, we understand specifically what translates to the SEC from the portal and what translates at each position from the portal. And so we know what we got to go get, and we're going to go recruit those guys and get those guys. But look, SEC is a tough neighborhood. There's no question about that. It's a tough neighborhood, but we're going to build a team that's ready to go into that tough neighborhood, and you got to have some toughness to you. You got to have some grit, and so that's what we're going to go look for in the portal and look for in recruiting.
Hi, Toy Lloyd, T.J. Brown, The Advocate. When did the process of leaving NC State and coming to LSU start, And a second part, just is there any regrets on how that process of leaving to come here, any regrets on how that happened?
You know, look, we have a familiarity with everybody. I worked with Verge before, I worked with Dr. Roos before, I've worked with Heath before, so, I mean, there wasn't some formal interview process or, I mean, we all know each other. We've all known each other, you know, for a long, you know, for a long time. So really, what's today, Monday? I really pretty much kicked into gear on Wednesday of last week. I mean, that was pretty much when first contact was made, and that was when the process started. But because of everybody's familiarity with with each other, it moved pretty quick.
Jim again. Two things, Coach. Really, thanks for that. Two quick questions for you. One is, you talked a lot about when you were at McNeese about how you were kind of humbled, and then you had the long bus rides and that. How much did you change as a coach, and did you find your love of basketball again? And the second one is, McNeese could be a quad 1 next year. Are you going to go play there?
Bill must have planted you for that second question. So Bill and I will discuss that. We'll discuss that. But, I mean, look, when you go back and you go from, you know, look, our players are treated tremendously here. We charter everywhere. We fly everywhere. I mean, you eat every meal like it's the last meal. And so it's, you know, it's great. And then you go from that to eating, you know, the free breakfast at the hotel at McNeese. It's a big day. You know, you're staying at the La Quinta and making your own waffle with the state of Texas on it up there. You know, it's you know, it's a different deal for sure. But, you know, look, I say this. I'll say this, and I've said this. I've actually talked to some other folks who did. There's a lot of coaches that can go from mid-major to high major. There's a lot of good mid-major coaches that can go up to high major, and have very few coaches can go from high major back down to mid-major, and want to once you I mean, this is a good life. Once you get that good life, it's tough. And McNeese, look, we were resourced at the top of the league. I mean, we were great compared to some of our competitors. But I think that it puts everything in perspective for you. It makes you understand why you got into coaching. There's some positives to it too. You get to spend a ton of time on the bus. You spend a lot more time around the players. You get to build a lot better relationships with the players. You're sitting in a commercial airport flying all over the country in your non-conference, and so there, you know, there's some positive to that as well. But it was certainly a wonderful experience, a very, very rewarding experience. And look, there's no bigger McNeese basketball fan than this guy sitting up here right now. So you know, I was thrilled that we've kept it going, and we're going to keep it moving, and I'll get back to you on the game.
Hey, well, with the portal opening in a week, do you plan to have a staff in place before the portal opens? And then if you would maybe walk us through your timeline of hiring a staff, evaluating the current roster, evaluating portal, if you would.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have, I plan on, look, staffs have gotten so big now. We're not going to have the biggest staff in the world. I want to have 100 people running around and walking on top of each other. But, you know, we're going to have our shell recruiting staff in place here in the next, you know, hopefully by the first of next week. You know, I would think we'll have 2 to 3 assistants, and then we're going to leave a couple spots open and work through that as we move forward. But we'll have 2 or 3 folks in here. We'll run a tight recruiting. You know, the recruiting, you know, I'm not a guy. I've done this at other places. Like in college, it's a little different than the NBA. Like I'm the head coach and the general manager. Like there's no, like, you don't have to have all this other stuff. Like the decisions on the roster are ultimately going to come down to me. Now I'll get input from everybody else, but it's going to be me. I mean, that's my job as a head coach. They're not paying me all that money to have other people make decisions on things. And so, you know, I think that I'm going to have a heavy hand in what we're doing and deciding who we take and what we do. But we'll have 2 or 3 assistants in here to help me, and then, you know, 6 weeks after that, we'll pick up the rest of the guys. So, but we're not in any rush on that. I mean, one thing Verge talked about, I mean, look, everybody wants to be at LSU. We've got, I mean, my phone, I had 182 text messages the other day just on staff stuff, people wanting to join the staff. So, I mean, look, this is an unbelievable brand and a place that everybody wants to be, and so we'll have no shortage of putting together the right staff.
Hey, Coach, Noah Tingle, Tingle & Co. The phrase "just different" has been thrown around a lot when it comes to LSU athletics, and obviously with your return. What is it about LSU, the city of Baton Rouge, or the state of Louisiana that makes it different?
I think the number one thing is the people. We got the best people in the world. In the state, at LSU, and we have incredible people. And I think unless you're from down here, or unless you've been down here, it's hard for other people to understand. It's hard for other people to grasp, just the culture and the folks down here. And, that's what draws you back every time. So it draws you back every time. And so I think we've got incredible people and incredible alignment at our university right now.
The current roster, have you met with them, plan to meet with them? Kind of take us through that.
Yeah, I've met with, I've had some one-on-one meetings with, 5 or 6 of the guys. I mean, look, we had a lot of seniors last year. So there's quite a few guys who can't come back. But I've met with 5 or 6 of the guys that are in town. We've spoken, and we want anybody at LSU that wants to be at LSU. If you want to be here, we want you here. I've talked to all of them about, Skylar Mays. We inherited him the first time we were here from Coach Jones. And Skylar turned out, and he was a freshman going into a sophomore year. He turned out to be tremendous player for us, got drafted and played in the NBA. And, we want folks that, like I said, are excited about LSU. And so we've had those conversations. Those conversations will continue, and we're going to support the guys whatever they want to do. If they want to stay here at LSU, we're going to support them and find a role for them. And if they want to go somewhere else, that's certainly we're going to support them in that as well. But we have had those conversations. We've met. I didn't really do a team meeting. We've met more one-on-one settings over the weekend, and so we'll continue those discussions and see where those fall.
Chastity Uber with News 6 Media. 1, welcome back. 2, what do you think will be different this time around than the last time when you were here?
Yeah, man, I think this time, like I said, I just have more familiarity this time with everything that's going on, and there's not as much of a learning curve this time around, and so we should be able to hit the ground running and move a little bit quicker.
Just to circle back to my second part, my last question, is there any regret in how you left NC State? And I guess what's your opinion on, the perception of how you left being a little bit of a villain in college basketball?
I'm sorry, how I left, and then what was the last part?
Is there any regret in the way that you left NC State, as well as what is your opinion on the perception building about being a quote-unquote villain?
Well, I long ago quit worrying about my perception. So that part doesn't bother me too much. Look, here's what I'm going to say. I'd like to focus more on what's going on at LSU. NC State was great to me. I think some of the things have been mischaracterized on how I left, but I'm not going to get into I learned long ago, I'm not going to get into a back and forth on all of that. The people who need to know. And look, everybody has to, when there's a situation like this, everybody has to cover has to cover. Let's put it that way. And so I'm at peace with how I left. I'm at peace with what we did. And, look, I mean, they're pretty mad for a coach they didn't think was very good. So, I don't, that's the way it goes. But look, I wish NC State nothing but the best. I built some great relationships there. I had a very good relationship with Boo Corrigan, the AD, and I understand they've hired Justin Gainey, a former player, and I hope they do great and wish them nothing but success.
Well, you got time for 2 more.
All right.
2 more.
That's it? I like it. No. All right, Jacques. They're clapping for you, Jacques.
Oh, I know. How exciting is it that it's a fresh start? Your last day, you won a lot of games with some things swirling that were unresolved. Now that's all behind you. It's a new starting point. You're moving forward. How exciting is it that it's just a fresh start in that regard?
Yeah, that's what I was referring to earlier. You know, we were running the program our last 3 years ever since that came out. And like I said, in total, like, they were right. I mean, we were running the program at about 60%. I mean, we were still going the NCAA tournament in a tough league and not operating at our full capacity. I mean, we didn't have our full capacity of assistants. We didn't have I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we were not operating at full capacity those last 3 years, and we were still going the NCAA tournament and competing at the top of the SEC. But it would have been a very, very hard reset with the situation and kind of where we kind of where we were. And so I think this gives us there's definitely a break-off point, and now this gives us a new launching pad and a new starting point. And I think the runway is certainly more clear this time, and we're really excited, really excited about the opportunity that we have. Last one. I thought we were going to get through without Scott asking one, but
no, just one. Scott Rappelay from the end. Just one, since we're sinking it in at the end. Is any part of this whole equation for you, like you feel like you'd like to do something for LSU, that you owe something to LSU, from last time to now?
I mean, it's a great question. Save the best for last. There is a part of me that feels that way. I've never connected with a fan base and with people like I have with LSU in Louisiana. And I feel like we left the book open a little bit. We left some chapters out there, and we left some chapters unfinished. And to have the opportunity to come back and finish that off, and to bring pride and joy to people that I care about, and people that are that mean a lot to me. I feel a heavy burden towards that, and that's a big reason I came back. I mean, look, you can look at the records, and this is I'm going to say something that I've only told to my wife and some close personal friends, because they've all asked the same question. All you're thinking, like, what in the world are we doing? But you can win a lot of places. You can win a lot of places, and we can win a lot of games a lot of places. We can take our program and move it a bunch of places, and we'll be able to win games. But there's nothing like the meaning of winning with your friends, and meaning when you feel like you're playing for a bigger power, for lack of a better term, and you have more purpose to you. You have a bigger purpose. And a lot of my best friends are sitting in this room right now. A lot of my best friends are down here in Louisiana. And I feel like that we have a greater purpose with this program than anywhere that I've ever been. And at the end of the day, that's why I came back. I came back to give back to LSU and to hopefully put some joy and to put some fun back into basketball, where we're not just a stopgap between football and spring football and baseball. And, to make sure that, we build a program that's excellent, just like everything else. I mean, Coach Johnson's got an excellent program. Coach Mulkey's got an excellent program. Coach Kiffin's going to have a great program. Coach Clark's won the national championship. I mean, my daughter still watches every LSU gymnastics meet, every single one of them she watches. And so, just Coach Tarina's a good friend. Like, just to build a program that's worthy of the investment and worthy of all the folks here. So I'm excited to be back and excited to represent LSU in Louisiana again. All right.